Do, do, do. Howdy, everybody. Do, 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 do. 2 million in the house. Oh. Oop, get a little feedback, Cal. Hey, Miguel, what's going on, bro? Yeah, come on up there, Miguel. Yeah, it's early in the morning. What is it, 9:30 in Long Island? Ooh. Just chilling. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Get me another cup of coffee. Let's see what is going on. Come on up here, anybody. First come, first serve. Yeah, just hanging out, having a morning coffee. Just chilling, chilling. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I'm gonna give me some coffee here. Francesca, what's going on? Hey, Miss Hurt Gaspar. No yanking on the goatee. It's all good. Mm. There you go, Miss Hart. Still got it. She'll be here in a minute. I think she's, getting ready. You know how women are. They get to do the wash and all, get beautified. Of course, Army don't need no beautifying. And but I want to jump on up here, just feel free. I've got the link pinned at the top. It is 8:38 a.m. in the morning. I just had my first cup of coffee. Well, my second cup. Time to get another cup. It's not, looks like it's going to be a pretty day. Not raining. Got the buttercups all sprouting out in the yard there. Let's see if I can put up a video file here. Hey, man, come on up, man. See, we got this. Yeah, it's already winter time and it's middle of February and got flowers growing. Let's see if I can find that one. Yeah, let's see what this is. Hey, hey, bud. Yeah, come on up there, bud. Let's talk about that. I got a couple of plans going. Oh, I'm coming up already. February. We're up to 4,000. Yeah. You jump up all over the place. There's Trigger on the back porch. Check it out. Not today. Not too. Not hunt season anymore, so we October. Yeah, back. There's more buttercups out in the woods there. There's my bucket. That's an orange tree. Got one bucket.
Excuse me. Here, butter.
Here's sugar. Hey, boy.
Yeah, just a little walk around.
I call them bucket.
There you go.
Other people call them daffodils. I don't know the difference.
Line there. Property line.
Yeah, got all last year's. Yeah, and things. There's of the spring that pop up.
Here.
Always the first flowers
Yeah.
to see through the
There
woods.
you go.
You're barking in the background.
Yeah, got a few in the front yard also.
$3 million in the house. Yep. Yeah, Bud Presley's little tree. Let me see if I can pop it up here. Look and share. Yeah, what'd you call that kind of tree? Fig? Is that a fig tree? Some kind of fig? Yes. Laptop's a little on the slow side. Yes, here you go. See if I can share that here. MCC has brown turkey fig tree. Let's see if I can share screen. There's mine. Let me see here. There we go. Let me get you back in. Yeah, clear. And there's.
Oh, I'm still working.
Hey, man, what's going on?
I just use signing here because my
I
mic
think
is
she's getting out of the showers.
still working.
I think she took a bath, washing up. She said she'd be out in a little while.
Okay.
That's a picture of Bud Presley's brown turkey fig tree he's got going on. You know, plant that thing this spring. Yeah, probably
The
wait till
job
after
is
the
from
first.
Speak Bad to the University. I hope you have a wonderful day. Yes, Bad. Was your Valentine?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, bud, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Lady
Oh, Bad
Mine
is there. Hello,
and
I put your
gentlemen.
mic here.
It's great
Picture
to
of
see
your
you, Lady
fig
Mine.
tree there.
Day was
You can
wonderful.
make a signal here.
Sir Mark, it's great to see you. Yeah, I just
Sir
got
Mark.
lucky. Yeah, I just got lucky and found those at the store, uh, at my garden center. Today, I think I'll go get some compost and till it into my ground if it's dry enough. Yesterday it was sunny all day and 70 something degrees.
Yeah,
I set that tree out and then I bring it in at night so frost doesn't kill it.
yeah. You know, it'll do it to it.
Yeah.
I got those
It's
Osage yard trees. I got one in a bucket, but I planted about four or five of them.
okay. I I know where one's at. There's a right beside the lake when I'm heading to my Presley home place or to the
Yeah,
river fishing down past it. It's at a natural or at a Native American museum because there were a lot of Indians in there that in the past. That's where
what
I think it was
Osage
they built Fort.
orange?
Yeah, I got the big ones, and my brother said that they called them ant something because ants would usually show up all around them eating it. You know, the Osage oranges. I asked my brother, I said, "What kind of tree is this?" I
Yeah,
brought back one of
Clarina,
those.
how's Clarina?
It's Karina with the version of the UCC. Kumusta yung Valentine's Day?
Well, I got that. The ones I got, you know, those horse apples, a big old, look like a orange brain.
Yeah,
They,
green, green
I
orange.
brought some back from Texas when I was down there visiting my buddy, and
You said the
I just threw it in
Osage
the
orange.
backyard. Yeah, I just big old horse apples, and I just threw it in the backyard. Then the next spring, it started sprouting up trees all over the place. Well, I threw it in a bucket, what I did with dirt in it. It
Yeah.
started sprouting up. I gave half of them away, and yeah, I got that
Yes.
one in a bucket. Give you since we meet
Oh,
up or whatever.
yeah. Yeah. Um,
Maybe this summer
I do
sometime.
need some. I need to show you how little these acorns are from this tree in front of my house. My gosh, they're just tiny. Well, ah, like a ball bearing for a slingshot, 3/8 ball bearing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and my brother said it's just always made those small acorns. But lady mine, do you see that tree there that Mark's got up on the screen?
Oh, the short.
That yeah, that's a turkey fig tree, brown turkey fig tree. I've never eaten fresh figs, and somebody told me that they're delicious. Sir Peter did, and my mom's friend, she's a nurse. Um, she said she always planted the turkey tree wherever she moved to, the turkey fig tree. And I'm anxious to try that fruit off of it. You know, whenever it'll probably take, well, you think, Mark, another 3 years, and then they'll be putting out some pretty good, enough for me to try. A brown turkey fig tree. I wrote it in the chat with the turkey beside of it. Hello there, Maura as well. It's wonderful to see you again, young lady.
Still, we've got Moira salute. This lady.
Let me put my other earbud in. I can't hardly hear you. It might be your echo or something. I'm not sure. Can you hear me? Okay. It's kind of cutting in and out on your side, on your.
Hey, Morass. Well, in the house. Hey. Yeah, I got some of these. About some of these witch hazel seeds online. I want to plant them this.
I've heard of witch hazel a million times, but I don't know what it is. I can't remember what I was looking at whenever somebody said witch hazel.
Well, they say it's good for stomach ailments. Then you get the tree and the bush.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Well, my grandpa in the mountains, he always searched for yellow root. He would make his own pills from the yellow root that's grown in the mountains. Yeah, and they have it in your vitamin shops today, but I forgot what the scientific name of it is that they use. They don't call it what our country people did back in the old days. But it was a plant that had, I guess, yellow roots on it. We went to get some well, it's been quite some time ago. My mom and me and my ex-wife and aunts, and we've got pictures down next to the river where they were born at. Well, Mama was the last born there. I don't know if she had any younger siblings. Hello, Miguel. It's great to see you. And Lady Mora, I had a good time. I don't know what would be to be sorry about. Please don't say that. Yeah, I had a good time.
Happy Valentine's to you, Myra.
Oh, well, thank you, Lady Mine. Happy Valentine's Day to you and everyone else here.
For you the great best.
Can you understand Lady Mine, Mark? It kind of echoes or something, eh?
Yeah, I think she's probably got her V8 on
Oh, okay.
singing. Yeah.
Your words kind of blend together. They melt
Yeah.
together. I could understand you fine when you were on your LS singing. I I got up and I was making coffee whenever I had you on my TV.
Yeah, speaking of coffee, I'm gonna have to warm my coffee up here a little bit. I'll be right back.
Yes, Lady Mora. Witch hazel's a plant. Mark got seeds, he said. Seeds to plant him some for stomach ailments. You know, I guess if your stomach's bothering you, but my grandparent, my grandpa, he would go to the end of the mountains. We were right at the mountains, is where my mother was born, and next to a river. My grandpa hunted and gardened, and my grandma put up, they didn't have power, and they had like a shed house that they built over a well, a spring, and they called it a spring house to keep cool. And Peter said the name of that, it's clay and straw that you mix together, and it makes,
Yeah,
like, some people build houses. What is it called, Mark? Is it SOG or something like that?
side um,
Yeah, he
right
would
side
put them.
house. Well, they do that in the Midwest. Where there ain't a whole lot of trees, and you just make a side house out of cut side and stack it. But they mix clay and water and straw or hay and use it
Yeah,
in between the logs to
yeah.
fill up the cracks.
That's what I did on my chicken coop back at my other place. I've got
Yeah.
some real pretty pictures of it. I thought it just looked beautiful. And but my grandpa, he would insulate that building with that clay and straw or hay, and have it was built over a spring run down in the middle of it, Mark, a long little
Yeah.
shed house to act as a refrigerator, and it kept cool in there. Things that they would put up for like canned goods and things like that and stuff, and vegetables, because that's where they got their food at. And they didn't have power. Grandpa didn't have a car, and we had horses and things like that, and it's really nice. And I love going back there with with mom, and it's just me and my brother. We always take her, and she said that she'd like to go with my aunt again. My aunt's getting older. She's 93 or something like that, and bless her heart, we just want to take her back, at least one more time. It'll be this
Yeah, I
year
know where that
sometime,
is.
here in
That
a
old
couple
my
month or
granddad
two.
had a 100-acre farm back in West Tennessee. It's called Gates, West Tennessee. He had a big old red barn and a house he grew up in.
Yes.
He lived in the same house all his life.
Yeah. Yeah.
1901 to 1983. Same house, same farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
My
gone
brother told
now. Ain't
me,
sold off.
my brother here
Barn.
that's your age, he told me about the houses back when he was little. He said that the wood would, there was spaces in between the wood walls. So Lady Mine and Mora, like when my brothers were little, what they used on the walls is they put newspapers and cardboard to insulate the house. And that was before I was born, though. Uh, the city came along and made us sell our properties there, Mark, and it's called Battle Branch. But the Civil War came right down that branch. It flowed right beside the Daddy and Mama's store. Yeah. There's a plaque up at the lake. Well, it's right there beside the river. In town, there's a lake and then a waterfall, and then it runs into the river that goes down. And the lake water comes from where I go trout fishing next to our national forest. It flows from our national forest all the way down into town. And my brother's wife's uncle, he caught I think it's a 9 pound smallmouth bass or 6 pound out of that river. And I thought, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, not
I,
too far from where I live. Up here up the hill from Nashville. It's where there's holdouts and stuff. And when they took over Nashville, the Yankees tried to come up the hill up here and
oh,
used to
okay.
ambush them. They used to ambush them because, back in the day, hell, it was, you know, real
Yeah.
rugged and thick with trees and stuff. And they were afraid to come up the hill. We
Yeah.
got a place called Union Hill.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but
Well,
they
see,
had a
I
lot of
know.
battles around here.
Yeah. That's, in Tennessee and Memphis, that hospital that was there designed the way all hospitals do procedures. If it wasn't for that, because see, they took care of the wounded in the North and the South War.
Hey, Killer Smile. There's Killer Smile.
Hello, Lady Killer Smile. It's great to see you. Let me go grab me a
Show it
refill,
here.
Mark. I'll
Word.
be right back, Mark.
Sure.
I'm gonna grab me a refill on my coffee.
Killer Smile. Hey, Maurice. Maury. I guess I pronounced that right. Hey, come on up there, Killer Smile or Morris.
Give a shout out to Seekers Smile. Happy Valentine's.
Pin that little note right there. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna pull that link up here and see what Killer Smile's got going on there. Yeah, anybody else?
Please
Let's see. Upcoming
Mr. Mark
in the
is not done.
what's in the box? Alright, notification on. What's in the box? Dr. Tayo open mic. Alright, it's upcoming. Let's see how long we got live in 3 days. So we gotta wait 3 days. Oh yeah, I got my witch hazel seeds that ordered on. Guess I need to start getting my buckets of dirt ready. So many trees around here. I can't plant a whole lot because it's too shady, except in the front yard. I'll try some of these witch hazel seeds and this year. Yeah, get some going there, but I'll trade you off. What they got around here? It's that root ginseng. They do a lot of ginseng hunting around where you're at there, bud. I got some ginseng down in the hollow there that need to go check out. I gotta do a ginseng hunting about, I think it's around August, and the berries are on the little plant. Hey, Bellazar, what's going on?
Oh yeah, they sorry about that. I had that on mute because I was running that loud device. It's great to see you all. Lady Mora, Killer Smile, and Miguel, MC. Yeah, there's one of my friends, Mark. He got bit by a rattlesnake in the mountains, collecting the ginseng. I don't even know. I mean, I know it sells for like a couple of $100 a pound or more, but I don't know what do you do with ginseng? Is it a spice for food or what?
Yeah, it's a spice, but it's supposed to help your banana. It's
Oh,
good. It's
okay.
a good healthy food, root.
Yeah, they sell it to some company that comes through there because that the mountains are around everybody's houses there. And my friend,
Yeah.
I got into turkey hunting. He's a great guy, and he told me, he said, from here to down to our other friend's house, and I mean that was uh, probably a 4 minute drive or 4 mile. He owned the mountains on both sides of him, and even farther than 4 miles, of the mountains there that are in between Dollywood and my mountain place. or you know, Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. So he
Yeah.
said you can hunt all them mountains, and he owned mountains down the road in the middle also of the town. There was some band that came through and played. They played on a one lane bridge there. I've got a picture of a bald eagle that was sitting in a tree right there because the trout usually stop around about at that bridge. It's good and wide. The river is, and they hang on the right side. But I got out, I did a video, and there was snakes there in the water. I thought, my gosh, I got to move away from here. You know, I got to get out in the middle or get on some land so that way no snake crawls around my leg taking the rest. I'm scared of snakes. Yes, Lady Mora, a rattlesnake. He got bit by. He had I forgot how much money he made off the ginseng, but it didn't cover the hospital bill. You know,
Yeah.
I asked my friend about that. Hello, Bella's chubby. It's wonderful to see you, lady. But we got, I think it's 3 poisonous snakes here in Tennessee, ain't it, Mark? I remember seeing the cottonmouth
Well, they got
come
the
across the
moccasin,
river.
water moccasin, and yeah, the copperhead, rattlesnake.
Yeah, I stood right in the middle of 3 of them. 3 of them that I seen anyway. I always sit
What, rattlesnake?
up above, probably
Cottonmouth,
the copperheads. But
copperhead.
yeah. See, I was on a little old gravel road there, and right up above the man-made dam in the river, they blew it out of there now. You know, but it had broken in the past in the middle, and it was just like a little dam that made a waterfall, Mark. And the middle had been broken out, and I don't know why they come in there and blew it up, but you know, just to get it out of the way, I guess, and leave it natural. But I've always caught fish on both sides, rainbow trout, and some other type of trout also. It had a different mouth. It was kind of pointy, but I'll tell you about this. I told my brother about the snakes. I've got pictures of that river, and it is beautiful. I wished I'd sent you some so you could show everyone. But you know, I used to fish with a can of corn, and usually I bring it with me also, like to put on the back of my spinner hook. That way
Yeah.
the trout will bite it good. But well, at this one place right up above the dam, there's a little stream that flows through a little kind of tight area where the rocks are. And there's a big rock over here where I step down at. And I stand on a large rock right there off the road. And I turn around and I there's a little ledge probably about this wide, about your hand or so, that sticks out, and I use that as like a thing to set my corn on, a little table. And I saw a snake over to the right of it, and I was thinking, dadgum, you know, and I was thinking, dang, that thing's awful close to me. And I mean, it was within, you know, reaching distance whenever I took one step back, and it didn't really scare me too bad, but because I could see it. And then I was fishing, I was catching some fish. Always do right there. It's my favorite hole, trout hole. And
Hey,
Mark,
Victoria.
hello, Lady Victoria. Mark, right, right at my feet, just one more step, there was a snake come up out of a hole in between the rocks. You know, where the rocks gathered together. I was still on the
Yeah.
large one, but it come up out there, sticking its head out there, and I was like, "Sheesh!" It's right there, and that other one's right back here at my left shoulder, and it's my favorite fishing spot. I always catch some. I've caught more than my limit there, you know, and just turn them back. But well, I was after I went down and got the fish put on my stringer. I had it down below. I like to keep, you know, the fish in the water, and
Yeah.
they're good rainbow trout, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you've ever had them, but they're delicious. Most people in America that don't like fish love that fish. And my cousin said he didn't eat fish. My sister-in-law, we caught 21, and Mark and I always clean all the fish because I love using knives. My brother just ain't got the feel of it so good, you know, and stuff. But I fillet them, and she cooked a bunch, and slaw and hush puppies and beans, and we were eating out in the garage. We had a big table out there, and I told my cousin, I said, I thought you said you didn't like fish. He said, these are not fish, these are rainbow trout. And I said, okay. You know, and he retired from the Navy, but he loved it. And when we go fishing, we throw our stuff in his vehicle. He's our limo driver. It's a big one of them Tundras, Toyota Tundra. And man, that thing surprised me how fast it is. I thought, that gum, this sucker's fast. He hit a deer also one night. But back to the snakes. Whenever I, you know, caught another fish, I put it on my stringer, and then I turned around. You know, I was getting my corn right there, and I kind of moved just to the left of a half a step this way to the one on the right that was sitting on the ledge, and then I thought, yeah, thought, shite. My gosh, there was another one. And that sucker had his mouth open at me, and that scared me.
Was
You
it
know, and it was sitting
mouth?
there. No, the copperheads. It's
Oh,
sitting there
copperhead.
coiled up. Yeah, and I didn't even see it at first. I walked, you know, I had to step down off the road there, and it's just rocks right there. So I was right there at it. And it never did bite me, or go at me, but it having its mouth open,
Oh,
that's what
yeah,
scared
he's
me.
ready.
Yeah. And I did not even see it. And I mean, they was within arm distance reach of each other. They must have been breeding or something like that, I guess.
Yeah, they'll come out in the spring, I think. And,
Yeah, it's summertime.
yeah.
Well, I looked in my fishing book, and they start stocking on the 27th of this month.
You know, get you a jacket
Um,
there.
you know, my fishing regulations.
MCC ain't got a jacket either. Let me get a jacket. Yeah. I'm slacking on the jacket thing here.
Yeah.
Uh,
What's But being right in
Anybody
the
want to
middle of
drop
three
that?
of them, I got cold chills on my back just standing there in the middle
Yeah.
fishing of three of them. But it was my favorite fishing hole.
Well, where there's snakes at, there's bound to be some fish.
Yeah, that's
Like
why
I
I
heard
don't.
stories about a lot of cottonmouths. My buddies found a favorite fishing spot. They was in, a John boat. They were catching fish up there, but then there were all the snakes running them off.
Yeah. Well, see, me and my brother seen a snake carry one out of the water one time and lift it up on top of a rock. It did. And my brother was going to uh, pitch a pebble down to it. And as soon as he picked that rock up, there was a snake underneath it and it went down a hole. And you should have heard him holler and jump. But he said his wife was moving around some rocks and he told her, "Dear, don't do it. You know, there's snake and there's a rattlesnake right there." She lifted the rock off of. I'm anxious to get some video of it this year, the rivers that I fish, and I think I should be able to get out in some spots on the next to our national forest where I told you. There's
Yeah.
the river that runs down.
Well, you know, mothballs. If you got it some mothballs, you know they'll keep snakes away because they can't stand the scent of the mothball. So
Yeah,
they'll run off.
I've always heard that. I didn't know if it was an old witch tale or a wives' tale or what. I don't know why I say witch because I'm reading
Nah,
more of his comments. She
mothballs put off that that odor, and they
yeah,
can't stand that odor, so they don't run around. But I don't do it around here. I got those black racers and those chicken snakes that hang around my place, and they eat the rattlesnakes and copperheads. So I don't
yes,
even bother them around here. I
yes.
got the little bitty
That's
old. I don't know what they call them, but they're little bitty old snakes. They eat. They're so small. They just eat roaches and bugs and stuff. Non
yeah,
poisonous.
yeah, yeah. It's like Mora, are you still there? I was going to answer you. She said that she'd left for a minute or fell asleep or something. Me and Sir Peter and the other gentleman, he had to go, and it was getting late his time, so he went to sleep, and Peter had to fix something to eat, Mora, so we just went down, and I had to get some sleep also. We we told you good night, and God bless and sweet dreams. Thought you'd fallen asleep.
Dang, Ami fell asleep. Said she's gonna come up here in a minute.
Oh yeah, I I was wondering,
Maybe I'll give her. Maybe I'll wake.
but Mark, I mean, you know how pretty the mountain rivers are here, and it's a gravel road that goes up through there. I love it, and if it was paved, there would be more traffic there, I'm sure, because it goes up to the mountains, up to the Carolinas. On the top of the hill, that's the border in between Tennessee and the Carolinas. So it's in that song, "Country Roads Take Me Home," Blue Ridge Mountains. And that's my Presley place is down at the foot of it. Where I fish at is in the Cherokee National Forest. And it's just so beautiful. I will get video and share it with everybody. And here in April, I need to message my cousin and tell him to let me know whenever the red horse fish and buffalo fish are running. And a lot of people say carp is not good to eat. Well, also ask them, have you ever tried one? because these carps are vegetarian only, and I've got a picture of them too, Mark. My gosh, me and
Well,
my
yeah, a lot of
cousins.
people don't like carp and stuff. They guess they never tried them. I ain't never had one myself either. I usually go for the bass. Uh,
Yeah,
that's all my dad, used to fish for is bass. It's
oh yeah, I
back in
love
the
the
West Tennessee. Yep,
yes.
that a lot of
I could have,
crappie fishermen back over in West Tennessee.
yeah. Back whenever I was going over there regular past your place, I could have bought a place on the river. It had one of those little tall stilted. There was the house. It was just a little bitty kind of like vacation place to stay at. It had steps and 10 foot high off the ground at least next to that river. And you could pull down into the water right there. We put our deer in the water to keep them cool. I pulled my camper and we stayed in it. There's about 5 or 6 of us, and me and my friends, we had a great time. But that guy, he was going to sell that, and my friend said $7,000. I wish I'd have bought it. My gosh.
Oh yeah, it's probably triple by now. Seven, it'd probably go
Yeah,
for $60,000 now.
yeah. It
Back
wasn't much land at all, but it was right on the river, and it was. It already had that like a 10 by 12 house, or whatever you call it. Little. I don't know what would you call that. Like a little. It was built like a house, but just had your necessaries in there.
yeah,
Your
just a little
bed and
cabin, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was really nice. And now that I think about it, I think, dadgum, I wish I'd have got that place. I could have always got my
Yeah,
money back for it.
I mean, you can't. I mean, it's the prices of stuff on the river and stuff like that nowadays, man, are outrageous.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's why I bought this place when I did. I was back in. You know, it ain't the price of it. This place ain't gone up much, but I'm glad it hadn't. The more it's worth, the more taxes you got to pay on it every year.
yeah, yeah. That's like my cousin's down here with the business. Um, he said, or my uncle said, they come in there and they count every plug in and everything else to add the taxes up on the business. It's I'm glad that he had that part separated from his home part and field and everything. He's got, I think it's around 80 acres right there, but it's just right down here down the road. And I need to take y'all fishing down there because the catfish in that water, they're long as your leg.
Oh, yeah.
It's
The big
the
old
pond is
channel cat.
huge. Yeah, those blue channel cats, and you know how it is in the pond though. Once you catch one or two, then they quit biting. But the brim are huge. They're those Georgia giant hybrids.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I kept one time for my fish tank, and I wouldn't want to put no one in now because I've got guppies in there and it'd eat every one of them. You know?
Yeah, I've heard the brim are kind of like they're ants or kin to the piranhas. And
Okay, well, see, I know that they're cousin of the crappie
yeah,
also.
cousin of the piranha.
Yeah. I do love crappie fish. Eat.
Yeah,
They say when the redbud trees start blooming, that's a sign that crappie are, it's time to fish for crappie and time to get those red horse and buffalo fish out of the river there.
yeah, they got the with the Real Foot Lake and Kentucky Lake, good crop. Real Foot Lakes is good for crappie. It was
I've heard of that lake.
yeah, it's in West Tennessee. It was made by that earthquake. There's I mean, let's see, there she is.
Hello there. It's great to see you, Lady Ami.
Yeah,
Gising na si Sam.
mhm.
Now we can let the ladies talk and catch up.
Yeah.
Si Victoria, may club shout Buds, happy
You
Valentine's.
might want to sing a song there, Ami. No, me and Bud don't
Thank you.
sing.
Thank you very much, lady. I hope you and Sir Mark had a wonderful Valentine's.
Yeah, it's just
Happy Valentine's, everyone. Si Victoria, I'm Sisi. May club shout out. Sisi mine.
Hello. We got
I see in the
shout.
face. Now there'll be more people, so that way, because we got the ladies here to talk about other stuff besides fishing and hunting and all that,
mine
Mark. You know.
Yeah. See, look, I'm got all dressed up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm just
May club shout
ain't even comb my hair. Just got
Yeah.
out of bed. Look a little haggard.
Is that the word?
Ate Victoria, happy Valentine's. Kumusta Ate Victoria?
Yeah, we'll let Lady Omni talk. People find it more interesting than our woods
Yeah.
and snakes. But I now I know, what to watch for. But you know how it is, a snake, it could be laying there. The ones that, like my brother said, the ones that are the scariest is the ones you don't see. And how close we are to them.
Sneak up on you.
Hey, I was standing on a rock one time at the river fishing, and my brother was just up to the right of me. And we always fish for rainbow trout up there and smallmouth bass. But I didn't use worms a lot, but I had a container of worms, and I thought I'd need to put it down in the stream to
Yeah,
keep them cool.
Shane Vlogs in the house.
Hello, Lady Shing. It's wonderful to see you. There was that far down from my feet, Mark. There was a ledge on that rock stuck out like that, just little 1 inch or something. Went around it, and there was a snake on it. And I stuck my hand down right beside it. My brother said, "Bud," and he's pointing there. I looked down and I thought, "Oh Lordy."
Hindi na makita. Ate Victoria, nandito ako sa iyong bahay. Ate Victoria, 17 minutes Ate Victoria, hindi makita. Sorry. Andito ako sa Snow White is coming.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day, Lady Shing.
Happy Valentine's, Dad. How's your Valentine?
Sheng, may kalab
Very
Sheng.
much.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make me some more deer jerky here. I'm about to run out.
Oh, yeah. Lady mine, I hope your day has been wonderful, your Valentine's.
It's very good
And Lady
already.
Tommy. Well, all the ladies. I hope y'all had a super great Valentine's.
Yeah, yeah, it's great Valentine's Day.
When you talk, Lady mine, it just bits and pieces come out. It like cuts in and out. I don't know.
So maybe my connection. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, maybe my connection.
It's still yet doing that. Yeah. I just gonna tell you just in case you didn't hear it. You all know what does it better than I do. I don't know what those V8s and everything does. But I know my phone has stopped telling me what percentage my earbud is on. It usually tell me at 15% it was, the battery's getting low. And now it stopped doing that.
I don't know. Might have to update the driver every once in a while. I think maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to do that. Did you hear me a minute ago, Lady Mora? I told why we had stepped down and told you good night, God bless and sweet dreams. We thought you fell asleep.
You gotta tilt your phone up a little bit. We can't see it; it's kind of sideways. Tilt
We can just
tilt
see
it
the
up
top
there.
of it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, tilt it up more. Mm.
Is there anything good on it, Mora? Netflix? I hadn't checked mine in a while.
Don't you have to pay for
I'm a,
Netflix?
yeah, yeah. I'll
Yeah,
be
I haven't.
right back. I'm still here, you all. I'm going to heat my coffee up, Mark. It got cold.
Yeah, my coffee. I got a full cup. Mine got cold on me. I haven't been drinking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cut all that cable. All I got is with the Wi-Fi now or internet,
Yeah.
YouTube videos, movies on them.
I watched Season of the Witch last night with Nicolas Cage. I'd seen it
All
before
right.
on YouTube, but I liked it. I'll be right back. I can't wait to be able to work the garden soil to get it ready and then plant this year. My gosh. I need to. I went around it yesterday, Mark, with the shovel and turning dirt over. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, some of the mud was just like swamp water, mud.
Mm.
It wasn't that bad, but it was real wet. On the part that starts slanting down the hill, it's a bit more dry. I can
Yeah.
get mushroom compost for $28 or $29 for the dump, whatever that little what do you call those things? I've used them before, but They scoop it and then dump it in your vehicle or your float.
A backhoe?
It's not the little you spread gravels with, level out foundations for houses and stuff like that with that little bobcat. It's the bobcat
Oh yeah,
loader.
Bobcat. Yeah.
Yeah, I've dug with those.
I ain't never been on one.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've heard
I
they're
about
probably pretty fun to drive, but I, I don't think. Yeah, I ain't even drove a tractor. My
yeah,
granddad
me
was a
neither.
farmer. I rode on the side of a tractor, but never drove one myself.
I've never drove a tractor, but I told my brother, I said, "You're gonna have to show me how to work this." He jumped off his one year. There was yellow jackets stinging him. He
Oh
ran
yeah,
over them with bush hogging, and he jumped off of it. It was. I'll be right back. I'm gonna quit talking about heating my coffee and get it heated.
yeah. I ran over some yellow jackets from my lawnmower a few years ago. I used to be in the yard like every year, but I think I got rid of all of them now. Threw a little gasoline down the hole at nighttime, about nighttime, and I fired it up. Watch all the yellow jackets flying around on fire. You want to sing a song there, man? Rami?
My throat is pain really. Since singing 1 hour more than
Huh? Mm. Yeah, I need to get out there today in the yard and get my soul ready for my buckets.
Daddy sing a song.
Yeah, you can sing a song. Yeah, I can sing a song. I'm got all purdied up. Now she's hiding. Yeah, nice little day here. Looks like it's gonna be a nice day. There she is. Who you sharing there?
So what are you doing?
I might as well here after I finish this cup of coffee, bring y'all outside to the animals and see how the dirt is. It's drying up. It's been sunny for a couple of days now.
Yeah, it doesn't take long from where I'm at for it to dry up. Since I live on the hill, it drains down pretty much.
Yeah.
I've been getting my compost pile,
Okay.
throwing leaves and stuff in it over the winter.
Oh
Coffee
yeah.
grounds.
Yeah. You got a nice area for that.
And get my buckets out.
I'm gonna go down this fence line beside my house and just trim the limbs that are hanging over, cut
Yeah,
them away with my machete. I I need to make me a good spear also. When I was a kid I loved throwing spears, I'd put a nail in the end of a piece of wood and sharpen it
yeah.
with a grinder and I could hit trees. I don't know how far away from me. But I don't know what type of wood is. Well, I got that one tree down, the hickory. I know that would be tough, but my brother sawed it. I don't know. He didn't touch it yet because I told him don't touch that one. I like to make me some wooden furniture out of it for my back porch.
Oh yeah,
With my
hickory's good it's good hardwood, hickory and oak.
Yeah, with my chainsaw. I've seen them make those uh whatever they call it, like a cheap sawmill with a chainsaw. You
Yeah,
know, I like this one guy's technique. He runs a board down it, and that way you get a good, and he makes a guide that the chainsaw is bolted to. It swivels though on it, and I thought that's a nice technique he's got there. I saw in the Philippines where, well, one of my sisters, her family did that. They were just cutting freehand the tree to make the wood for her house.
with a chainsaw.
Yeah, she sent me a video, and I thought, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I got an old chainsaw in my shed. I can't get that damn thing running.
Yeah, and sometime I have to ask you what's it doing or whatever because did you do anything with the carburetor yet or rebuild it or put new gaskets in it or anything?
I cleaned it out. That's about it. I ain't rebuilt it or anything.
Oh, okay, yeah, it might just be something as simple as a little bitty hole if it's a diaphragm carburetor. I rebuilt one of those for my friend on his motorcycle. He didn't know what was the matter with it, and his stepdad didn't, or his dad. And I
Everything
showed him.
seems to be working all right. The float, and things sticking or something like that. Them small engines, man. Yeah, I got a couple of weed eaters that wouldn't start on me or whatever, and
A lot of times those will have a hole in the plastic bulb or the line. I had to replace my lines on one of
yeah,
mine
them little
and my
plastic
chainsaw.
kinds.
Yeah, and I was thinking, why do they have to have that bulb on it? Because before it was perfect. You know, it would start. All my engines start up perfectly. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness!
Nadine in the house. Hey, Nadine.
Hey there, Lady M. Jane. It's wonderful to see you. I hope you
Jane.
are you still in Philippines? I'm. I seen her back at before Christmas, and she was going to the Philippines on her LS, is what she was saying.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sharing out Marissa's LS or her video.
Yeah, I got a lot of turkey feathers out of the field. Something's been getting my turkeys, Mark. I know it's a raccoon climbing the chain link fence and climbing and getting the turkeys. I need to make
Are
sure that every night that they get in the coop, up in the
they
tree.
killing them or are they just
Yeah,
harassing
eating
them?
them. Oh, they're eating
They're
them.
eating
There's
your
feathers
turkeys.
everywhere. Yeah, that makes me mad.
Mm,
I love them, but also I love the raccoons also because they was here before me. So I just don't want them eating anymore. if I can live, if I can catch them in a live trap, I'll bring them to the river. That way they'll have plenty to eat. Because raccoons have gotten down in my water before and get crayfish out there that I was raising. That world's second largest from Australia.
yeah.
I'd like to buy some more of those. I need to see if that company's still in business in Florida. I've got it saved on my phone. And I forgot what I was going to tell you to remind me to order.
Yeah, I got a bunch of old seeds in my basement. I don't know if they're any good or not. I guess I'll have to different kinds of vegetables. But hell,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
years old. I don't even know if they're you know.
As long as it ain't real moist down there, it usually seeds save great.
Sing a song, Jeremy.
Sorry, guys. Continue.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. Go ahead if you're singing.
You singing, Sis Sammy?
Mark, you can put Lady Ami up here beside you if you want. It's Valentine's Day.
But you are missing with my head. How I miss you, your heart. Wake up in your bed. Don't need to silence.
You can turn your volume up a little more on your voice there, Ami, so we can hear you.
Age, but take it too far. Missing with my head. How I miss you, your heart. Wake up in your bed. Alone in the dark. So gotta leave before you go. I gotta leave before you go. I gotta leave before you go.
Well,
Oh, that was lovely.
yeah, we could.
Perfect
Sing
song.
a song, mine.
That
Okay, go. Go. Go, mine. Sing a
Ano
song.
sising?
Sing a song. Did you sing a song?
Nanulay yung lamunan.
Pangit ng sounds mo. Nagkakat-kat-kat. Paisa-isa ang sounds mo.
Oo, saglit-saglitan ko lang yung phone, yung signal ko.
Paisa-isa ang words mo. Ang ano mo. Salit.
Well, mine fell down. Well, up to you there, Tommy.
she might be trying to fix her sound, Lady Ami. I don't know if you can hear it the same way I can, but it's cuts in and out.
Mm,
Is that the way you hear it, Mark? When mine talks, it's the same way I can,
yeah,
but it cuts in
probably
and
a
out.
bad connection or something.
Is that the way you hear it, Mark?
Yeah.
That's echo. Oh, that was echo asking you again.
I mean,
Sometimes my live chat freezes. You know, usually just once when I first click on like this LS,
yeah.
it'll freeze and I have to close it, X, and then push live chat underneath on my TV.
Yeah, I think Ami needs to turn her voice volume up a little bit. You can hear the music pretty good, but the volume on her voice is kind of low.
Yes. I think she couldn't hear you because the music was playing on her side. But those seeds, I'd give them a go, you know. On my corn and stuff like that, I'll soak it for 2 days and it'll sprout out, you know, and I start sprouting and I plant them. In no
Miguel.
time, they're out of the ground. Miguel, it's wonderful to see you again. I hope you're having a great morning.
Yeah, I got that with the crook neck squash, yellow squash, and I'm gonna try them. I like they seem to grow pretty good.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah, I can dry them out on my dehydrator, and keep them for a while.
Oh,
Crook neck squash and onions, man.
yeah.
Seriously. Turn up your volume on your voice a little bit, darling.
Okay na
That
ba
was
si
lovely.
Sick? It's okay?
Sounds perfect now, lady mine.
Oh, because I changed my phone because the other one it's Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Wait, wait.
Yeah, we can hear Ame pretty good, but probably need to turn the volume up on the voice a little bit.
Yeah.
You hear the background music, but the voice is kind of low.
What about now? Punta ka? Mine? Mine? Mine.
But anyway, while everybody's getting ready to
高啲高 Beyond 40倍抗氧細胞級。
sound like Ame's gearing up to sing another song there.
Yeah. What was that first song she sang? I love that.
I
If
can't,
it was that song
I can't
Last
let you
Christmas.
go.
What's the name of that song? Last Christmas I Gave You My Heart. I love that one. I I couldn't remember if you sang it earlier or not.
You want me to sing a song that was sick?
You or Lady Mine, either one. Yeah, that's lovely. I didn't know if you already sang it though.
Oh,
Mark.
connection's gone, getting bad there.
Yeah. I whenever I go outside, I change mine to two. I think what is it? 2 gigahertz Wi-Fi. It reaches farther than the 5 does, and people tell me no. 5's supposed to go farther. I watched a thing about that about a guy. He knows all about the stuff.
Well, I don't even know about that 5G or nothing like that, but my box, I put it up higher in the room that I had. It was down there by the floor, but I mounted
Yeah.
it higher in the room, and it seems to do a little bit better when I go
Okay.
outside.
Well, I'll tell you in private sometime how to do that to your. Do you take your phone out there outside, or is it your laptop?
Well, when my phone, it seems to reach a little bit further when I mount the Wi-Fi to the up
Yeah.
higher in the room.
I'll
But I
tell you
don't
how
know
to.
nothing about that.
Yeah. I'll show you how to make it to where you dedicate the phone as your on one line and nothing else uses that line. Channel 11 is one dedicated line only. Nothing else can grab onto it, your TV or nothing.
Now you have
I'll
to
show
show
you.
me how to do that now. I
Oh,
got my
yeah,
phone out, but I'm on my laptop now.
I'm on my phone. Uh,
Bing, bing.
when you click on your, I forgot what you, see, I don't know what you call all this stuff, but I didn't want to bore the people here. It's the little Wi-Fi icon on your phone.
Yeah.
Does it tell you what network you're on? See, I'm on the 2 right now.
Well,
I
let
think
me
they put
see
me
here.
at 2.
I don't know too much about these phones.
Yeah, yeah. When you
All
pull
the
your screen down,
settings and stuff. I guess you go on this. Let's see.
when you click on your Wi-Fi symbol, it'll tell you what network you're hooked up through on your
I
router.
got this Android, so it might be different than what you got one of them on. Yeah, I don't even know what you call it. Let's see. Data, vibrate, touch, ring, Bluetooth, location. I get mixed up. I gotta. Let's see. Click on that. Carrier services.
Ba't yung singa-sing while you're searching something?
Where is this?
The normal
Here comes
Madam.
mom back again.
Yeah, because my
Here, no.
Wi-Fi. Ouch.
Mm.
No, it's okay, Sir Mark.
The what?
Now it's not. My voice is okay.
Yeah, your voice sounds pretty good. Yeah.
Dad, are you asleep?
Not yet. No, let's see. Drop the link there. Shoot. Check.
Si Sammy, nakita mo. He's on Count Channel.
Oo, nakita ko.
Going to the normal film channel. Subscribe.
Ang hina ng signal ko.
Hey, fishy, fishy. You got a little short there.
Na, babe.
Are you looking for electronic components and semiconductors?
Whenever I went to Walmart the other day, I was thinking about something Lady Omni said a long time ago, Mark, about the cast iron skillets.
What's that?
The
Yeah.
cast iron skillets being so expensive where she's at. They were just like the Walmart had the $13 ones, $12 and something for a 12-inch cast iron skillet. And
That's pretty cheap.
yeah,
Where were they
but
made
the-
of? Made from?
it just said cast iron, but it wasn't the color of the Lodge. But they do have Lodge also. They carry it. And I'm thinking it might have been $25 for the Lodge cast iron 12-inch skillets. It's been so long since I've got so many I don't need any more. I've got every size and stuff like that. But I got to whatever you call that on some of mine.
Reseason them.
Yeah. Just where I had
watch
it when I
those
moved.
bacon grease in it. And
Doctor, I seldom go out and don't need a COVID jab.
The pandemic is surging with more.
Yeah, I need to get a little bit of rust off where I had it in storage, when I moved
yeah.
in my own storage. I don't know, because I don't know how they would have had rust on them, because I always seasoned them, I got plenty of bacon grease, bacon and sausage grease in a liter, those canning containers.
Yeah, I say
That's
Walmart
what I-
grease.
Yeah. But I thought I took a picture of it just to tell you and Lady Army how cheap they are here. Both the ladies look so lovely tonight, don't they?
Yeah, she looking. She's on mute.
Looking lovely. Now it's okay, Sir Mark.
Both of you ladies.
Yep, sounding good there, mine. Yeah.
I was refilling my water and I had to get my other container of apple cider vinegar with Mother. I'm not sponsored, people. This is not a paid whatever. I
Are you
forgot what
sponsored?
No, I used to hear ladies say that on their channels. I didn't know if you wasn't allowed to show name brand stuff or what? You know, but it's I didn't know if you wasn't allowed to show name brand stuff or what. You know,
What's this?
What kind you got?
but it's I didn't know if you wasn't allowed to show name brand stuff or what. You
White
know,
I
House?
think
Kind you
$8 and something at Walmart a gallon.
you wasn't allowed to show.
A gallon.
I always say I save these containers for storing water in after I rinse them out, Mark, so I can put it in my cooler at hunting and fishing time. Well, fishing time, I just bring my 10-gallon water cooler I've got it in my spare bedroom. But this vinegar here, I got Mama drinking it. She's a little bit heavy, and she exercises a bit, but she's getting older, and I told her it helps lose weight. My gosh,
You always.
Sino yan?
I told my doctor, I said, that's kind of losing weight at a alarming rate.
Well, you drink a lot of, grapefruit juice helps you lose weight also.
Yeah, it just makes the acid higher in her stomachs is what I saw about this vinegar here. The acid level, it burns food up so much faster. And, it helps. Down here in the South, we use vinegar. I use the peppered vinegar on a lot of my foods, meats and beans. I love a plate of pinto beans with ham hocks and cornbread,
I got some ham in the refrigerator. In the freezer that been frozen.
I like bacon.
Sorry, we didn't hear you, Lady Mine.
You can't hear me? No, it's okay. No.
Yeah, we just didn't. We probably talked over you. Didn't understand you. Yeah, I got some ham. I had one of my friends raised a pig a couple years ago, and for me, I paid him for the pig, and let him raise it. And when it got big enough, he took it to the butcher, the Amish guys up north of me in Kentucky, and had them butcher it up for me. I still got some,
Yes.
Refrigerator and some ham.
Oh yeah, you
There
can't
you
beat
go. I
that.
just got it geared up.
Can't beat that with a stick. Hello, the Norma. It's wonderful to see you.
You can turn it up a little bit. I think they're trying to adjust their V8s to where they got the voice and the music just at the right adjustment, so it sounds good when they're singing.
Yeah, that's what I always wondered, how they did that. If they had to do like a recording or something.
Share with Rai, Sir Mark, please. for my connection is okay or not. I will try.
Okie doke. Give it a shot there, man. Ready when you are.
Okay.
I can do
Sino yan, Sisi? Sino yan, Sisi?
Yeah, Mark. I didn't know if you could you hear Lady Army watching? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, no, it's muted.
I mean, I've been watching somebody's video on the background there.
Yeah,
I thought it's Mamsi. It's like Mamsi.
yeah.
I think Reggie Lynn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of people doing live streams. You probably checking them
Oh,
out.
maybe. It's maybe Basatini.
Yeah, it sounds like Basatino.
Yeah, Basatino. It's live now.
Remind me to get that bread whenever I go outside so I can feed the turkeys and chickens.
Okay, my turn. Sorry.
What's it,
That was
Samuel?
lovely, Lady Mine.
Huh?
That was a lovely song.
Thank you. Yeah, that's so
Yeah, we're
fun.
going on 2 hours. I'm gonna probably go for another hour.
It's 2 hours already.
Yeah, 2 hours already. Go for another
Yeah.
hour.
Oh, you want to turn off now? Okay. Bye, everyone.
Do what on me?
This Samuel is well done already. All right. Good night. Good night, Bad. Goodbye. Good night, Summer. Good night, everyone. Happy Valentine's.
Oh, y'all gonna go to sleep there?
I
Yeah, what
think
is
they
it?
thought you,
10, 12:30 in Hong Kong, so it's probably y'all's bedtime.
yeah, they might have misunderstood you also, thinking you was ending now.
Well, yeah, I need to probably get something done today. I ain't done a whole lot.
Yeah, I
Last
was
few
gonna run
days,
to
I
my
need to.
I was gonna run to my co-op. I was thinking I'll do that later, yeah. I hope it stays sunny for another day or two. Have you seen the
Yeah.
weather? How's your
Well,
weather
but
been, Mark?
I guess I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out since the ladies they're probably going to take a nap or something.
Okay. Good night, Lady
Sleep.
Mine, Lady Ami, and Lady Mora. It's wonderful to see you all. Mark, it's great to see you, brother.
I appreciate you coming up on the panel there, but
Thank you for
yeah,
having
we'll
me.
say
Have a great
goodbye
one.
to Maraswell, Norma, and everybody else that came by to say love. Happy Valentine's Day. And Miguel, Sheen, MCC always coming by and saying hello and tell her smile. Miss Hart came by earlier, and Franceschi. Thanks for coming by. We'll catch y'all later. And sayonara, adios, and goodbye. See you next time. Good night.